No, let me tell you, when I looked up this kid's name, because I wanted to say his name in my 1 minute movie review for Hamlet because he was incredible, Jacoby Jupe. I look him up, and I know Noah Jupe because he's been in A Quiet Place. He's been in all types of things. We've seen him, and I click on his like Wikipedia, his little growing Wikipedia, and he is the younger brother. And let me tell you, especially after, because what I said in my 1 minute movie review, and I can't be crying. I already did some Sentimental Value, crying after seeing Sentimental Value on the internet. Like the way they pieced together the story with like the callbacks to, oh, I see you growing up on stage with your dad. Ooh. And then you mean to tell me that these two are brothers in real life? It's just adding another element to the whole thing that's really just like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I honestly started crying in the theater. The lights come up. I'm crying, and I'm not like, sobbing loudly, whatever, but people getting up, putting on their coats. I saw like someone turned and looked at me, whatever, but I didn't even care because I was just crying. I was sitting there until like the credits like ended, which I usually sit for the credits anyway, because it's nice to see, who was involved. Anyways, I'm sitting there crying, ready to go, but I'm just like, I'm crying. Again, I couldn't drive home because I was crying in the car. I called my mother. I just wanted to speak to my mommy. I just was like, Mom, and telling her about this film and a little bit about she was like, are you okay? And I'm thinking to myself too, I'm like, I'm in my luteal phase right now. So maybe again, I'm a crier anyway, I feel like, but finding out that they actually are brothers, again, connecting it to the story and kind of like the whole, because for me, as I said in my 1 minute movie review stuff, I'm just like talking here. I'm just like, I don't know, stream of consciousness, whatever. For me, again, moments in the film, like when Hamlet passed and got in bed with Judith to be like, oh, I'll be brave, and let's trick the. I already had moments where I had to wipe my eyes a little teary-eyed, but it was in the end because for me, I'm not a Shakespeare person really, at all. I just am not. So I haven't read Hamlet, I haven't seen Hamlet. But, I think most of us have heard, the to be or not to be kind of piece there, whatever. So we're kind of at the end of the film, we're thrown into Hamlet being basically done on stage. Jessie Buckley's character, Agnes Shakespeare, which I gotta figure out Anne Hathaway, whatever. But anyway, she's there listening and watching this play unfold. Paul Mescal's William Shakespeare's in the back. He had been on stage earlier, whatever. Hamlet at this point is going on. This is Noah Jupe now. He's going on doing, he's doing the play, whatnot. He's dying. And honestly, I was in the moment of kind of figuring out kind of what exactly is going on here, to some kind of level. But it was him dying. And then when Jessie Buckley's character, I should stop calling her Jessie Buckley because she's Agnes Shakespeare at this point. When she reaches out and the whole audience reaches out, obviously I've seen that GIF where that piece is around, in the trailer and things like that. It was then I was suddenly I was oh wait, what's happening? And I just started to dab my eyes and just cry. And then sorry if you haven't seen the movie, I guess I'm spoiling the whole thing, but honestly, you're here this long, maybe you've seen it already. And then it was as well her the flashes between Paul's William Shakespeare looking at her and her reaching out, and then her flashing back to her son, walking. Ooh, I can't be here crying on the internet again. I can't do it. I already did. Like I said, I did it with Sentimental Value 2 weeks ago, whatever, when I saw it. I can't be on the internet crying again over this. But I honestly was crying up until I got home. Honest. And I even was crying a little bit, I was crying for at least 20 minutes. And in the theater, in the car. That was a beautiful film. Chloe Zhao, honestly. And do I want to read this book? This is a historical fiction. Because the thing is about this, it's it gives a whole different outlook on Hamlet. And again, like I said, I'm not a Shakespeare person. I haven't seen Hamlet. I haven't read it. But it gives a whole different outlook on it. And yes, it's historical fiction. But it was just so touching to me. And I had seen people say, oh, I was watching Hamlet. And suddenly the screen got all blurry. I didn't know what was happening. And it was reminded me of the whole Miranda Bailey from Grey's Anatomy thing. Oh, there's water coming from. It was oh, Dr. Bailey, you're crying. I had seen people say that, and I was okay, so I was kind of in some level prepared, okay, this could be an emotional film, and obviously the storyline from reading the line of the film, whatnot. But I did not expect. I didn't expect it to have me crying where I literally couldn't even get up and leave the theater. I was just crying, and I would stop crying a little bit, and then I would keep crying. And I'm even surprised I'm holding on this well, because I'm trying to be strong out here, that I'm even holding on this well in this video right now, and I'm about to just cut it because we got to wrap. But that film was beautiful. That film was beautiful. Covering grief, parenthood, so many things. I'm not going to keep going. Hamnet. Wow.